Hi everyone, welcome to Kathy's Vegan Kitchen. Welcome back. I hope you enjoy the recipes. If you do, push that subscribe button. Today we're making my famous lentil chili. And when I say famous, it's famous because it's so yummy. It has an interesting twist. So there are some things that you normally wouldn't do. So I'll tell you what those are as I go. You need a soup pot. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with 3 cloves of garlic minced. And you're going to put those into the pan. 1 white onion, and it is diced. Again, you guys, to save yourself a bunch of time, invest in a really cheap vegetable chopper. I have one on my site. It's the same one I use, and it's really, really simple to use. It cleans up easy. And it cuts everything into different sizes. You get big, little, it does other things to it, shreds, it does all kinds of things. All right, now I'm going to add 1 zucchini diced. I left the skin on. Again, I chopped it with my vegetable chopper. And we're going to let those onions sweat up a little bit. Now I am going to use prepared lentils. And what I mean by prepared lentils is I buy the Trader Joe's ones that are steamed in a package, but if you don't have a Trader Joe's, this is just a step so you don't have to cook your own. I would use brown lentils or black lentils, and you can cook them first, and then you would add them to the chili. So this is an entire package, which is 2.5 cups of lentils that are cooked already. Now you can see that some of this is kind of solid, but they break up as they start to cook in with the other ingredients. And so we're just going to stir these around a little bit and get them softened up. This recipe takes 20 minutes to cook, and that's it. Yes, it takes a little time to cut up the vegetables, but other than that, it's simple. And again, if you have a vegetable chopper, it goes really quickly. Okay, now this is where there's a little twist. These are black beans, a can of black beans, but see how they have the aquafaba or the bean juice from the can in it? You leave it in there. You don't drain and rinse them. It contributes to the flavor and it gives it a certain texture. So we're going to put those black beans in there with the juice. 1 can of diced roasted tomatoes. If you don't have the fire roasted ones, just put regular ones in. That's fine too. And 1 15-ounce can of corn. If you don't have, you're going to rinse and drain this though. If you don't have canned corn, you can use frozen corn, which would be about 1.5 cups, or you can use fresh corn if you want. And you're going to put the corn in there. And then we have 1 4-ounce can of Hatch green chilies, and we're going to put those in there. Now you can put jalapenos in here too if you want to. Paul doesn't like spicy stuff much anymore. The older he gets, he's not liking his spice. So I'm going to use the jalapenos today as a garnish, but you can add them in. And then I have 2 cups of vegetable broth that I'm going to throw in here as well. And then the magic occurs with the spices and the other ingredients. So we're going to leave these jalapenos to put on top for people that want them on top. Some cilantro for garnish and avocado for garnish. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. You can use sweet paprika if you don't like the smoky flavor. 1 tablespoon of flour. I'm using chickpea flour. It helps to thicken up the chili. You can use any flour you want. That makes it gluten-free. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, or you can use tamari, or you can use liquid aminos for a gluten-free option. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Adds a little bit of sweetness. You could also use agave or date syrup if you don't like to use maple syrup. I love maple syrup. 1.5 teaspoons of coriander. And then I have 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder and 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. Both of them are in one little bowl here. I have 1 teaspoon of oregano. And I have 1/4 teaspoon of red chili flakes. And it seems like a lot of ingredients, but together it's just yum. Okay, so we're gonna let this begin to boil. And as it boils, as soon as it boils, I'm going to turn it down to simmer. And I am going to put the top on it, and it cooks for 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, and you have dinner. You can also make this in a crock pot, and literally all you do is throw all the ingredients into the crock pot, and you put the top on, you walk away. I love my crock pot, but I want to show you how to make it in the pot. So we're gonna bring that to a boil. We're gonna put a top on it, and we're gonna simmer it for 20 minutes, and then I'll show you how to serve it. We'll be right back. Okay, it's been cooking for 20 minutes, and as you can see, it's thickened up. Now we have to add the secret weapon. We're adding 1/2 cup of beer. Yes, I said beer. It gives it great flavor. And yes, this Modelo is vegan. And no, I'm not drinking the other half. I don't like beer. Now, if you don't want to add beer, ooh, look at the magic. If you don't want to add beer, you can add 1/2 cup of vegetable broth instead.
Ooh, that smells good.
You can add 1/2 cup of white wine instead. Or you can also use grape juice if you want. But vegetable broth works too if you don't like beer. I don't like beer, but it doesn't taste like beer. So, and it cooks off, so if you're worried about, I don't know, getting alcohol, you don't really get it. All right, now just gonna let that heat up a little bit more. And then we're gonna serve it. Okay, you're gonna take your bowl of your yummy chili. Of course, I spilled stuff on the side like I always do. And I want you to look at all the goodies in there. Not my smear, just the goodies.
That beer smells so good.
Well, you get to drink the beer with your chili. Hey, get your husband to eat vegan. Put beer in the chili and then give him the rest of the beer next to the chili. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I cut up some avocado that I'm going to add to the top. And this is just garnish. You don't have to do that if you don't want. I like to make it pretty, but as you can see, I'm making it messy too because that's my thing. And like I said, Paul does not like his spicy anymore. So I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of jalapeno on top. But if you like jalapenos, just add more than that. And there we have it. Lentil chili. It's full of protein and veggies and yumminess. So I hope you enjoy the recipe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.